Hello, friends. I hope you are all doing well. Christmas traditions mean so much to me, and this old house really comes alive during the holidays. Along with decorating, I love to host a Christmas cocktail party, a cozy Christmas dinner, and a festive afternoon tea. We will film the Christmas cocktail party and the dinner in the next two videos. Today is all about the Christmas afternoon tea. Now my plan is to make 2 or 3 varieties of tea sandwiches that we can place on the lower tier of this 3-tiered stand, and eggnog scones that we can place on the middle tier. And we can put some of the Christmas cookies that we made in the previous episode on the top tier. And we're going to start with the eggnog scones because we need to bake them. And I will post the recipe I'm following in the description below. I have all of my ingredients here. I need flour. I'm going to put this away because I like to clean up as I go. Into the flour, I need sugar, salt, baking powder, ground nutmeg, and cinnamon. I'm going to pulse the machine a couple of times just to mix these ingredients. Then I need cold diced butter. Just scatter that right over the flour mixture. And I will pulse again just to break up the butter. Then I need eggnog, either store-bought or homemade, and an egg. And I want to whisk the egg into the eggnog. I also need a splash of pure vanilla extract. This is the extract that you and I made together. And with the machine running, I'm going to add the eggnog and egg to the flour mixture. I need my marble board for this next step. And I need some flour. Need a little flour on my board. Snowflake spatula. Oh, this dough smells fantastic. When you are working with flour, be sure to wear black, preferably cashmere. I want to throw some flour over the dough. And then I will knead this a few times to make sure everything is well combined. And form the dough into a ball, and then flatten it into a disc. And I'm going to roll out this dough to a roughly 1-inch thick circle. Put a little flour over here for my 2-inch diameter biscuit cutter. And I will press out rounds. And place them on a baking tray. I have Silpat on this tray, but of course parchment will work as well. And when you press out scones, press straight down. Do not twist the cutter. If you twist, it will pinch or crimp the dough, and then the dough will not rise to its full potential. And we can roll up the scraps. And I don't need to use my rolling pin here. I can just pat this dough into a 1-inch thick round. And this last little bit of dough can just be formed into a ball, patted, and placed on the baking tray. I'm going to pop these scones into my freezer while I preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, I need to clean up my workstation and wash my hands. My scones are nicely chilled. My oven is preheated. But before I pop these into the oven, I want to brush them with some eggnog. And the eggnog will help the scones to brown in the oven. And into the oven they go, 18 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven.
It's white outside, and the night is cold. Everyone's lighting candles.
And our scones are ready. Beautiful. Well, these are bangingly gorgeous and they smell just fantastic. I'm going to let them cool. Meantime, we can get started on the sandwiches. Now for the sandwiches, I'm doing classic cucumber and turkey with cranberry. And I have my bread here. This is just store-bought bread, and it's rather thick. So what I like to do is flatten it with a rolling pin. So I'm not only flattening the bread, well, I'm thinning it out, and I'm making it a little bit bigger. It's too bad that I'm out of my homemade pain de mie, or French sandwich bread, because that bread is perfectly rectangular, whereas this bread has a distinct crown. I'm using an English cucumber for the cucumber sandwiches. To see how long I need to cut this cucumber. Right there. And I slice my cucumbers the long way. There's no need to peel an English cucumber. The skin is very thin and very tender. I think these first slices may have been too thin. Ah, that's more like it. Now, many of you have asked about this mandolin. I've had it for, I don't know, 20 years. I looked for it online. It's no longer being made, but I'm sure all mandolins on the market are terrific. I'm going to save this cucumber for tonight's salad. Now, cucumber sandwiches are usually made with just butter, cucumber, salt, and pepper. I'm going to use this whipped cream cheese. I'm just going to do a thin layer on each slice of this white bread. And cream cheese or butter works to seal the bread so that the juices from the cucumbers do not seep through, so you don't have a soggy sandwich. now we can assemble the sandwiches. A little salt and black pepper. I just had an idea. Rather than cutting the crusts off of these sandwiches and then further cutting the sandwiches into rectangles or fingers, I'm going to use one of my Christmas cookie cutters. I am so glad that you and I organized that baking gadgets drawer. So now it's very easy to find things like a Christmas tree cookie cutter. None of these scraps will go to waste. I will eat them. Well, that was easy to do. Another idea to decorate these little trees. I'm going to put a tiny amount of mascarpone in the center. And the mascarpone can glue a tiny sprig of dill. And we can set these little cucumber Christmas trees on the bottom tier of the three-tiered stand. And for the turkey and cranberry sandwiches, I'm going to use the whole wheat bread. And I'm going to butter each slice with some softened butter. Again, this is just sealing the bread so it doesn't become soggy. Now this is cranberry sauce. And then I have some thinly sliced roast turkey that we can add. And close. And let's see if we have another Christmassy cutout that we can use. This is a snowman, but will it fit? It will just fit. I'm not sure this will still resemble a snowman. I'm looking for a way to decorate the snowman so that it looks more like a snowman. So I've just tried tying, actually Lizette did this. She tied a scarf, tied a chive scarf around the snowman. And then I found some of the very berry mix from Tierra Farm that I think we can use as little buttons. And our snowmen are done. They can join the Christmas trees. Let me clear the decks, and then we can add the scones and some clotted cream and strawberry jam. So I have just changed my shirt because the other one I was wearing was covered with flour and mascarpone and butter. So now we can arrange the scones. And then I have some clotted cream here. This was a birthday gift from Lisette, and it was the perfect gift. My birthday was last week, and if you are one of many people who sent me birthday greetings, thank you very much. Oh, this is a beautiful clotted cream. And then I have homemade strawberry jam here. This is the jam that you and I made together last June when strawberries were in season. These can go up here. You need a spoon for the clotted cream. Another spoon for the strawberry jam. And I have a couple of knives here for the table. And for the top tier, I have some of the cookies that you and I made together in the last episode. Now, I gave a lot of these cookies away. I also ate a lot of them. This is what remains. So these are Italian ricotta cookies. These are Grand Marnier cookies. I also have some peanut butter cookies that we made, but there's no room on this top tier. Darjeeling tea. Let's go into the parlor.
In the quiet evening, snow is falling, and from every window shines a light. Somewhere in the distance, drums are calling, but no one heeds their call tonight. Christmas, oh Christmas, how we long for you. Christmas, oh Christmas, let your message once again ring true.
This is perfect tea. In the comments below, let me know if you enjoy hosting small gatherings during the holiday season. I certainly do. Speaking of which, this is the third Christmas afternoon tea that I am celebrating with Lisette. And it's very nice to keep the holiday tradition going. And now, with that said, I want to tuck into one of these cucumber sandwiches. These are as wonderful as any cucumber sandwich, except they are in the shape of Christmas trees. I also want to try one of these turkey and cranberry snowmen. I'm going to bite off his head. This is very refreshing with the scarf made from a chive and the buttons made from goji berries. And on to the scones, the eggnog scones. You don't have to serve clotted cream and jam with an eggnog scone because, well, the eggnog is already very creamy. Put a little clotted cream on my plate, strawberry jam on my plate. Break off a piece of the eggnog scone. Are you jam first or clotted cream first? I'm clotted cream first, and plenty of it. Oh my, these eggnog scones are downright irresistible. I love the nutmeg and the cinnamon and whatever else is in the eggnog mix. Truly spectacular. Well, you already saw me taste test these Christmas cookies in the previous episode, and I will be having one shortly. But for now, I want to thank you for joining me today for this very easy but very festive afternoon tea. I also want to thank you for all of the cards and letters you have sent. I am truly touched. In the next episode, we are going to do a Christmas cocktail party, and I hope you will watch. And until then, please treat yourself very, very well, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye for now, friends.